In the last year, I've blown up massively, and it was down to the 8 things I'm about to tell you in this video. This advice is mainly for skinny fat guys, simply as that's what I was, and that's who I know how to optimize for the most. So the most important thing if you're skinny fat is to bulk up and hit the gym. Being skinny fat is simply just a lack of muscle. Eddie Hall has way over 25% body fat, but still looks better than you just because he's got the muscle mass. The reason you don't look good is because there's no muscle pushing through your fat, creating definition and creating a masculine frame. While you're bulking, there will be some temporary fat gain, but this is definitely worth it for the size that you're about to put on. If you stay under a weight gain of about 2 kilos a month or about a pound a week, you should be safe from gaining too much excess fat. In terms of the exercise routine, I would just do like a push-pull leg split and just really focus on progressively overloading and getting stronger. In terms of a diet, try stick to about a 400 calorie surplus depending on your maintenance. Okay, so now after bulking for about 6 to 9 months, depending on how much body fat you've gained during the bulk, this is where you're going to cut back down to about 12% body fat. This is where you will really see the fruits of your labor. You will lose all that fat and the muscle that you built during your bulk will be revealed. And most importantly, your face will be defined and lean, which is literally what saved my life. Because I truly believe that about 90% of guys that think they're ugly are just simply holding too much body fat. And number 2, cut out processed foods.
Bro, let's get McDonald's.
Now you hear this everywhere and it just sounds like noise at this point, but until you've truly cleaned up your diet for consecutive months at a time, you truly don't know how good you look and feel when you eat healthy whole foods. It's a complete game changer. Now I'm no micronutrient tracking maniac, but I just sort of get a rough idea of eating the foods that I think we should eat. Things like red meat, fruits, eggs, and oats occasionally. Number 3, sleep 8 hours. I would almost put this at the top of importance for glowing up. Bad sleep or not sleeping enough literally causes so many side effects that I'm not even going to include them in this video. Just for the sake of simplicity, you can look it up on Google. You will never stay up late again. Number 4, clean, moisturize, and protect your face. When I was working as a bricklayer, I never once cleaned, moisturized, or protected my face properly at all. This led to me experiencing extreme sun damage, dry and itchy skin from cement dust, and it would just be red and irritated all the time from me never properly cleaning it. The most important thing I'd say would just be to protect your face with some sort of sunscreen or SPF moisturizer. Here's a photo of this trucker that only had sun exposure to the left side of his face for about 28 years. It completely destroys your skin. I think just one Australian summer working outside without protection probably aged my face about 5 years. So at the bare minimum, just protect your face from the sun and clean it twice a day. Number 5, avoid excess sodium. If you're skinny fat and you already have a puffy looking face, consuming lots of sodium, especially that from fast food, will add to your problem. It'll make your face look like a fucking water balloon. And this was a massive mistake that I made. So when I was bulking up, I used it as an excuse to consume just rubbish foods.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
See, my face looked like I had about 20% body fat when realistically I probably had about 15 or 16. Basically, just long story short, sodium increases water retention, which makes you look bloated and puffy. Number 6, drink 4 liters of water minimum. Going off what I was just saying about water retention, drinking lots of water actually lowers water retention as your body doesn't feel a need to hold on to it. Just a bit of bro science, but it checks out. So drinking lots of water also helps your skin look healthy and it keeps your physique looking lean. Your muscles are also composed of about 76% water. So by not drinking enough water, you're just sacrificing gains. But the biggest hack that I can tell you is just keep a water bottle with you at all times and you'll just start drinking it out of boredom. Number 7, avoid alcohol and stress. Okay, so the reason I'm grouping these together is because of a thing called cortisol. Basically, in the simplest terms, cortisol is the hormone in your body released in response to stress. And when you encounter a stressful situation, cortisol is the main hormone that's released. When you're stressed out all the time, this can lead to continuously elevated cortisol levels, which has a ridiculous amount of health problems. And as far as I'm concerned for this video, it's horrible for your skin and your physique. So when you drink alcohol, this raises your cortisol levels, giving you all those horrible side effects that I just listed. So an important thing to note that during this period that I glowed up. Well, I wasn't drinking any alcohol. I went completely sober. This cleared up my skin massively, this made my mind clear, and it made me way more dialed into the gym. And as you might have heard from maybe your grandparents or your parents, we wear stress on our face. When we are stressed out, it shows on our face. We start to age quicker. Okay, so now all this might sound a little bit overwhelming, but if you just focus on genuinely living a healthier life, everything will sort of mesh together and fall in place. Because I made most of these changes almost subconsciously. I started going to the gym, which made me want to fix up my diet. While fixing my diet, I learned about sodium and water retention, retention. I was sick of being hungover at the gym, so I quit alcohol. My recovery was shit, so I started sleeping more. You see what I'm getting at here? They all sort of play into each other. And as soon as you start one good habit, it leads to a domino effect. It leads to your entire life becoming more healthy and progressive. And when you start to do all these things, you will have the glow up of your life and you'll become almost unrecognizable. So I think the biggest factor out of all of this is just your mindset. Having the mindset of just improving in every area. I actually believe in this so much, I've actually got it tattooed on me. This is Kaizen. It's basically a Japanese philosophy of constant improvement, which is what this channel is all about. So if you're about improving your life, subscribe to this channel because I'm trying to drop as much value for free. All right, enough waffling. I'll see you in the next video.